Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary, and not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Qanon Shaman sentenced to 3 years in jail for rolling January 6th. On Wednesday, the Arizona man known as Qanon Shaman was sentenced to 41 months in prison for breaking into the U.S. Capitol building on January 6th. Breaking in, he walked through the door. Now, I am not advocating violence. One person was killed, and that was by a police officer. I didn't see any writing about that, but yeah, hey. I feel much safer now, knowing that they used to call him Chewbacca, man. Chewbacca is sentenced to jail. You know what? Obviously, the guy's got issues mentally. It's amazing to me. And there he is there when he was in the Capitol. I mean, he's got tattoos of the wall. He's a little, well, what's the word I'm looking for? He's a little over the edge, to be certain. But I want to mention this one more time. If you noticed all the paintings, the antiques, the furniture, in the rotunda as well, the irreplaceable statues and paintings of Washington and other things that depict our history, none of them were damaged. Now, do you think for a minute if that was Antifa or BLM that they wouldn't be spray paint all over and all the statues would have been smashed? For Pete's sake, the majority of the people were taking selfies with the statues and Capitol Police. With the Capitol Police. Let's read on. On Wednesday, the Arizona man known as Qanon Shaman was sentenced to 41 months in prison for being at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Being at or inside the Capitol, that's it. It's a simple trespass charge. Jacob Chansley's sentence was issued on the U.S. District Court Royce Lamberth in D.C., according to The Hill. The sentence comes after Chansley had pleaded guilty to felony obstruction of an official proceeding. That being, of course, referring to the certification of electoral votes that was taking place that day. The sentence was reduced by the amount of time Chansley has already spent in jail since his arrest in January. According to The Hill, his sentence is 10 months less than what federal prosecutors wanted. But Lamberth, a Reagan appointee, he's going to be up there then, denied Chansley's request for a sentence below the range recommended by federal guidelines, saying Chansley's conduct was so egregious that I cannot justify a downward departure. You know what's funny? There's a clip where he walks into the House chamber and he gets behind the desk where Pelosi sits, and there's a security guard there, and there's a man sitting in front of the big table, big desk, bleeding. Asked him if he needed help. He says, "No, I'm good." Talking on his cell phone. And the security guard asked Chewbacca here and several other guys, please do not destroy or vandalize anything. This room is sacrosanct. And they said, no worries, dude. We're patriots. They destroyed nothing. Should they have done it? Of course not. Yeah, I mean, there was some paper damage. I think somebody took a dump in Pelosi's office. Frankly, I don't know if that guy should have been charged for that. But, you hear these things. Now, the people that smashed the windows and smashed the doors to get in, that injured police officers, yeah. But the middle-aged ladies walking around like tourists, people taking selfies in the rotunda, come on, give me a break. They stopped the certification of electoral votes. You get to spend, decades in prison. Give me a break. Unbelievable. Chansley was originally faced 6 charges with a maximum of 20 years imprisonment. The prosecutors agreed to drop the remaining charges following Wednesday's sentencing hearing. His sentence is one of the longest of any of the January rioters who have been prosecuted up to this point. Now, here's the thing. We're looking at coming up on a year now. I'll leave his picture here. We're coming up on a year now. A lot of these people, some of them hasn't been charged from what I understand. That's crazy stuff. Can you imagine if there was a young black man in a major city being held in jail for almost a year for basically trespassing? In other words, he's walking through an apartment building and he sees an open door in somebody's apartment, or a business door was open and walked in, didn't take anything, didn't damage anything, just walked around and acted like a fool, that you would get decades in prison and then be put in jail and not be charged with anything for months and months with no bail. There would be hell to pay. Hell to pay. But it's okay. It's people that like Trump. It doesn't mean that everybody likes Trump is wacky. That's not the way it works. There's some whack jobs that like Biden, and I don't say all the Biden supporters are whack jobs, even though I'm getting more and more convinced that's true. That's besides the point. Look at this guy. He's nuts, obviously. He's got tattoos on his arms. I'm assuming it's the border wall. And God knows what else. Yeah, he's got some mental issues. But good Lord. You know, how many years did he get? 3 years in jail? Probably get time served. It's been, 10 months now since he's been in jail in the so-called insurrection. You know, we never found out why that police officer pulled the trigger. They shot the Air Force veteran, a young lady. I think her name is Babbitt. I don't remember now. It's crazy that I don't remember, and I should. Her life is just snuffed out. But no investigation. And there's hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of video that the government has that they won't release. They've released thousands of hours after a long court battle. And you can see people just walking in by the hundreds. Older ladies, older gentlemen. I mean, just looking around like they were just in awe of the place. And they should be. It's pretty cool. And it's a shame what they're doing to them. It's political persecution. The ones that cause damage make restitution and spend some time in jail, sure. I mean, look at these three guys. I mean, give me a break. Look at the other two. They're just dorks. I mean, they're just low IQ individuals. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not. They're just low IQ individuals that went along with the crowd. This guy's got red and white and blue paint on his face. Got furs with horns on his head. He's got the border wall, I assume, tattooed on both of his arms. Jesus. Obviously, the guy's got mental issues. It's amazing to me. But if it was a young black man that had mental issues and broke the law, the progressives would be all over the place. This guy just needs therapy. That's why we need universal health care, because he would have gotten the help that he needed and not broke the law. Wow. You know, it's just the double standard is so amazing to me. Yeah, should they have gone in there? Of course not. And, you know, look what they're wearing. They're wearing Trump hats. Trump did this. He tried to take over the government. It's a coup. Anyway, folks, I know I'm going to sleep better tonight knowing that Chewbacca, Qanon Shaman, is going to federal prison. Well, these federal prisons, I hear, are a lot nicer than state prisons, so probably be minimum security, I would think, and this guy would probably be quasi-celebrity in jail. So maybe he can brush up on his chess game. Who knows? Anyway, folks, thought you'd like to know this. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.